Hi, I'm Dr. Pam Hernandez-Kaufman, one of the co-founders of Serenata Wellness. You know, one of the things that I see more than anything else in my psychotherapy practice is anxiety. In fact, anxiety is at an all-time high. It seems like nationally and globally, we've just never seen as many people feeling anxious before in history. Anxiety is a tricky thing, and it's important to know what causes it and also, more importantly, what to do about it. So if you are feeling anxious now, or you've ever felt anxious in the past, you know that it can feel so overwhelming and very difficult to manage. Well, I want to talk to you about two different ways to manage anxiety. And let's talk first about what causes it. And the cause is your brain. Your brain, when it perceives danger, it doesn't know the difference between real and imaginary. And it will operate the exact same way regardless of the situation. It will inform your amygdala, or your fight, flight, freeze center, that you're in danger and that you're not safe, and that you need to protect yourself. The brain will always overestimate the problem and underestimate your ability to handle it. And so it gets activated when you're stressed, overloaded, uncertain, when you're fearful. So the problem is your brain. The answer is also your brain. So let's take a look at two solutions. One of the quickest ways to get yourself out of an anxious mode is with mind-body practices. Mind-body practices like slow breathing, guided imagery, mindfulness, meditation. And I want to walk you through a guided imagery exercise that will help you by giving you a container that you can put anything in for as long as you want to. Oftentimes the problem goes away. In fact, research says that 90% of the things we become anxious about or worried about, they go away and they're not problematic at all. So if you'd like, close your eyes while we walk through this exercise, or just find a spot and fix your gaze there, but just relax while I take you through a container guided imagery journey. So first, just allow yourself to get comfortable. Just notice that how you're sitting, what you're sitting on, and know that whatever it is, it can support you for just a few minutes while we walk through this exercise. And begin to bring your attention to your breath. Your in-breath, smelling the flowers, and your out-breath, blowing out the candles. You might notice how often you become disconnected from your breath. When you do, just bring your attention back to your breath. You might also notice many times you get distracted. Thoughts come up, or a bodily sensation bothers you. Again, just notice that. Bring your attention back to your breath. So again, let's take an in-breath through your nose, smell the flowers, and exhaling through your mouth, blowing out the candles. And again, and just try to follow the cycle of your breath from the in-breath to the out-breath. And as you continue with your focused awareness, I want you to be thinking of a container. It doesn't matter what kind of container it is, as long as it can hold any and all disturbing material. So if you're going to think of such a container, think about what it would look like. Some people have used boxes, safes, underground wells, backpacks, suitcases, chests, whatever it is, just bring that thing to mind, whatever suits you. This needs to be something that can contain any and all disturbing material for as long as you need it to. And when you have something in mind, take a look at it. Notice the material it's made of, how it's held together, how big it is, what color it is, and whether there are any markings on it. If there are no markings, that's fine. If there are, that's fine too. But I do need you to put something very specific on the outside of your container. So however you want to add an inscription or a notation, it needs to say that this is your container to remain tightly sealed until you wish to open it. And it is only to be opened by you and only in the service of your healing. So once again, take a look at your container and notice whether you can see that message on the outside of it. Next, notice how it opens. Is it easy to open or more difficult? Do you need help to open it? Or can you open it by yourself? If it has a lock on it already, that's great. If it doesn't, I do need you to put a lock on it. So however you want to choose to place a lock, whether it's a latch, whatever it is, a combination lock, put that on your container as well. And then practice opening and closing, locking and unlocking your container. And when you feel comfortable with that, I'd like you to think of something that just for practice you might like to put in your container right now. So do whatever you need to do to open it up, and then place that something in there. When I say something, I mean anything. It can be a thought, a worry, a fear, self-doubt, self-judgment, pain, anything that you might want to put in your container just for practice. So put it in there now. And once it's in there, close your container and lock it and breathe. Now notice how it feels in your body, having set aside whatever was causing you anxiety, that it's in your container now, safe and secure until you wish to look at it again. If you can't sense that it's fully contained, go back to your container and put that in there as well. When I say that, whatever it is that's keeping you from feeling like that is fully contained, whatever you put in there. Now, imagine walking away from your container so that it's no longer visible to you. Can you sense the relief inside yourself, knowing that whatever you put in there is at a distance from you? Notice as you breathe that you might feel more relaxed. Maybe also there's less tension in your shoulders or in your neck. Just notice that. Whatever you put in your container is securely locked inside for you to open when you wish and remove it, or to keep in there if you wish. So just for practice, let's go back to your container. And once you have it in sight, look closely, see the sign that you put on the outside, and continue focusing on your breath as you approach your container. And when you're within reach, unlock it and open it. And notice that what you put in there is still in there, completely separate from you. You might want to put something else in, or a couple of things, or you might just choose to close it again and leave that there. Whatever feels right and safe for you, do that now. And bring your attention back to your breath, because we're finishing now with this practice of putting things in and out of your container. So as you walk away this time, know that this is a resource for you to use at any time. It's available for you to put anything and everything that is disturbing to you for as long as you need it to be there. And you can retrieve it when you're ready. So again, bring your attention back to your breath, your in-breath, and your out-breath. When you're ready, to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, you can open your eyes and return your attention to me. Take a cleansing breath and blow out the candles again.